Okay, so here comes exciting Fayette movie number 2. This time we're going to show you the correct or street side of the wheels, and they look like this. This is wheel A, excitingly enough, and I'm going to turn it around, and this camera has autofocus, I think. I hope. So anyway, you can see the full glamour, the full depth of the tread of the tires, hopefully, or maybe I have to stop so it could focus, I don't really know. But in any event, the tires are 715, and this is wheel A. It's probably pretty dark over there, but you know, here's the back of the wheel. You've seen this before in my other exciting Fayette movie, but this is wheel A. These tires are 700-15 LT tubeless, and I have 4 of these. These are your ancient Fayette Firestone camper wheels, and there's another focus on the full depth of the tread, I hope, and maybe I can wheel it up close and give you a real groovy shot. Hopefully it's focusing in. I have no idea if it is or it isn't. So you know, we just have to keep the film rolling here, Bob, and let me get my key grip in. He's going to move this wheel over to the left-hand side. Dave? Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm moving it now. Alright, now I got to go get the other wheel because you guys have waited for this long enough. Here comes exciting Fayette wheel B. This is a, this wheel, excitingly enough, is just like the last wheel. It's got a 700-15 LT tire mounted, also brand new, just like the last one. And now I'm going to spin it around for you, except this time I'm going to move in much closer even, because I think this camera can focus like on a dime and stuff. So I'm going to give you a full, it's almost in the lens now. It's only about 3 inches from the lens. Now I'm backing out a little. So yeah, I'm rotating it. Let's see, you start up front. Okay, here comes the back view, the back of the rim. This is wheel B. I call it wheel B. B as in boy. Now you notice that the tires are a little bit on the dirty side. However, if you look closely over there, here, let me zoom it in for you a little. If you look closely, you'll notice these tires spent some time in a barn here in North Florida, and what that means is they have like a mixture of windblown dust and algae growing on them. Now, you can also see, if you look closely at the treads here, which I'm sure you're going to be doing right about now, you see the little nublets. I call these nublets, or nubs, or you know, little tiny things that stick out of the tire, you know, and you can see the tread here. Take a look in there. Look at that tread. How about that, huh? Is that some tread or what? These tires have about 80 miles on them. This is wheel B. You know, later on in this movie, we can't be doing this all day, as Vince says, with Slap Chop. But later on in the movie, we're going to have some exciting technical aspects of presentation. But anyway, this is wheel C. You can see that this is not a double entendre. These are super fleet, by the way. These are 700-15 LT tubeless. This one is a super fleet multi-carrier, just like the other 3, I mean. Now, this is wheel C. You can see this is a Fayette wheel. They're, I call them Fayette-Dayton wheels. They're made by Firestone, I think. Or let's put it this way. This is my second set of these wheels. My first set was made by Firestone. I know because I took the tires off the rims, and the rims said Firestone inside, and they also had some Firestone numbers on the inside. But this particular set of Fayette wheels, this is my second set. These are stamped somewhere, K2 with a 3 underneath it, or something like that. In any event, I have, let me give you a nice close-up view of this while I try to figure out what I'm talking about. Later on in the movie, I'm going to be presenting some exciting technical aspects, so make sure you stay in for that part. You don't want to miss that. Like the bolt center distances, I'll be covering that, the distance from there to there, and the distance from here to here. I call it the noon to 3 position, or the noon to 6 position. I'll also be covering this distance, what's the size of that hole, and what's the distance of this to this, from here to here, on the outside to outside, measured with a tape measure. We'll be covering that. That'll be in the technical aspects presentation, which comes later in this movie. Or possibly in another movie if this one runs out. I don't know. But anyway, this is wheel C. Let me flip it around for you real quick like that. And I'm going to have it exit stage left now. And here comes wheel D. This wheel is just like the other ones, except it's deflated. Now, I'm telling you it's deflated, and there's a reason it's deflated. The reason is there's a little tiny ding right there on the rim. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me lift it up. This thing is heavy as a mother. Oh, there it is. See that little ding? Yeah, there's a little ding right there, a hammer ding I call it. But it's not really a hammer ding. It wasn't, it's not Engelbert Humperdinck either for that matter, however. But this is wheel D. This is the fourth one in the series of 4. And as you can see, this one, the treads are different. You know why? Because the tire is deflated. They're not bulging out in the center. They don't have a convex or a concave, whatever you call it. They're not like, you know, bulging. They're just flat like a tire in a tire store. And this one, you can see those treads? They got some excellent treadolis on here. This is wheel D, 715-LT tubeless, load range C. These are Superfleet multi-carrier. This is wheel D, Fayette Firestone, made in Venezuela, this particular. Now, here's something about the stamps I wanted to tell you about these rims. This set of 4, here's some technical info. They're stamped K2 with a 3 under it. Here, let me give you a nice close-up. I'm 60 years old. This thing ain't easy to lift, but oh, but take a look if you can. I hope it focuses right there. It says K2, and there's a 3 under it. If I'm lucky. Ooh. Yeah, if I'm lucky, the camera focused in. Meanwhile, let me show you the, give you a nice close-up of the tread. There you go, there's our tread shot. Now, here's the back of the rim. Always exciting, you know. We like to show you. Now, you see it's got this nice built-in algae dust layer on here. Now, when you wipe that with mineral spirits in a rag, it comes right off immediately. And what you have is a brand new tire look. And if you really want to go all the way with the ghetto thing, you can put on some tire dressing and stuff. But this is wheel D. Now, like I said, here's a part of that tread, and you'll notice there's no tire wear of any sort on these tires. There's no cupping. There's no bald spots. There's no, you know, there's nothing. It doesn't have a full quality deal going with it. Like,